Okay, and ultimately, after 2.5 years, you get extradited back to the U.S. And you were around 41 years old, and you were facing 30 years, which was essentially a life sentence.
Not really. Actually, I was facing life till I left the country. Extradition law is 30 years. So I would have did about 25 years.
Okay, not exactly life, but you're getting out as a senior citizen.
Correct.
If it didn't work out.
Correct.
You were charged with murder, drug dealing, and assaults.
Yeah, I was charged with RICO. It was everything, the whole gamut of crimes you could think of as in a RICO case. So, yeah.
Okay, and around this time, John Gotti Jr. was also being charged.
John Gotti Jr. was being charged. He was on trial, I believe, at the time, from one of his trials.
Okay, and 54 people end up cooperating against you.
Yes. Some famous names in there that were cooperating against me, yeah.
Like who?
Trafficani family, their cousins, Jason and John Gotti. They were my competition in the parking business. They own a company called 717. They were told to take the stand against me from a guy they were around, Joe Acuri, who was a captain of the Gambino family. He got the order from John Gotti Jr. that these guys, it was okay for them to testify against me. So I had guys that were being approved to testify against me. Timmy Donovan, another. Mikey Scars, Jr.'s right-hand man, was a captain, and his personal concierge, he was already cooperating. Jr. already met with the United States government in a proffer session, cooperating, giving up names and discussing things on a sneak, which they're called 302s. So these guys were all meeting, and one by one they were all giving information against me, testifying against me. Robert Lamondola, Peter Sicara, I can go on with that list too. Kevin McMahon, Fat Don Borghese, maid guy with the Gambino family also. There's a list. Joe Messina was boss of the Bonanno family. He came in. So that list goes on.
Well, John Gotti Jr. took, I guess, a proffer agreement.
Yeah, it's a rat agreement. You go in and you sit down with the government and you spill your guts and talk about anything you want to talk about. Any questions they ask, you answer. And it's called the Queen of the Day. That means he can't get charged, but he's giving information against anybody and everybody that they ask about.
Right. And during his Queen for the Day agreement, he ended up testifying about a bunch of murders that you allegedly did.
Well, he gives information. We'll never know what happens behind those closed doors. Anything they're talking about is information against me, against other bosses, against other street guys, against other gang members. It's just, you're giving up information. And when he was doing that, I'm in the penitentiaries in Brazil with Justin Beck and O and Fratelli. I mean, I stay in touch with all the guys from Brazil, from different countries. They were all with me when we got the information that Gotti was giving information. Ronnie One-Arm, captain of the Gambino family, gave an opening statement also saying that he feared me, that I'd kill him, that me and John Gotti Jr. were partners in the drug business. So this is all going on while I'm in those pens. There's really not much to say. It's documented things that were going on with the Gambino family all testifying against me.
Well, you ended up taking the stand in 2009 against John Gotti Jr. as well as Charles Carneglia?
Correct, correct. This is 5 years after I got the information all these guys were betraying me. I decided to walk away from the Gambino family. Obviously, the betrayal of what they all were doing to me and ended that part of my life. I never kept quiet about that, actually. Once I came in after the betrayal by all these guys, I was open about what I was doing, what I wanted to do, and that I'm going to walk away from a life I thought I believed in it my whole life until the point of these guys doing what they just did. All of them giving information, ratting, informing, and I never got caught with a crime, and I said, this is the end of it for me. I don't owe anybody anything after what they've all just done. They just tried to give me a death sentence. And I decided after leaving my family for, I didn't see my family, two of my kids, for over a decade, trying to believe in a life that didn't exist, that obviously this woke me up, that this does not exist. And I changed my life, and from that day, I haven't looked back. I just continued trying to do the right thing, with advocate for kids.